Friends, we are on the island of Trinidad, which is part of the country Trinidad and Tobago, and we are going to look at a beach called Vessigny Beach. And this is the entrance to Vessigny Beach. We're actually on the car park. So the entrance is rather nice, but because you don't readily see the beach from the road, you might miss it. So by the end of this video, I will give you a shot of what the entrance looks like from the view of the road. This is all the way down in South Trinidad, in La Brea region, and it's very near to the Pitch Lake. One thing I really like about Vessigny Beach is the layout. They have done a tremendous job in making it look as nice as possible. The buildings and grounds are very well kept. So hats off to them, and there are facilities if you want to host more grand events like a wedding or gathering or whatever have you. There are facilities for that, such as I believe that's a gazebo out there on the left. However, there is a bit of a saddening part to this video, and that is the sea itself. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and if those of you who are older heads like me would remember, when I used to come to Vessigny as a teen, that's decades ago, all here was full of trees, and it wasn't all fancy like it is now. So you would basically come through sort of a forested area, and then there would be the beach. And the beach, the sea, would be, it's like something out of a tourist video. The beach, the sea color would be like an emerald color. The sand would be like a cream color. And one of the things that I remember about Vessigny was that you could walk out for almost like half a mile, and the water would only reach you like waist high, if that. But this is Vessigny Beach today. While it seems calm and nice, there are certain things going on that for me is a bit concerning. Now, I don't know if this is environmental pollution or something natural taking place, because the Pitch Lake is very close by, and I don't know if something is going on underneath the earth. Now, I know some of you will tell me the brown water is because of the Orinoco from Venezuela. While I understand that, as I said, coming here as a teen, I used to see an emerald green ocean, and the water was crystal clear. So basically you could walk out into the water, look down, and you would see your feet in the water. That's how clear it was. That's not the case anymore. It actually looks, the way it appears, I'm not saying that's how it is, but the way it appears now for me is as though there was like an oil spill or a chemical spill, and it just got all in the water and it got mixed up. The sand has a mixture of black stuff on it, and there's sort of like a residue in the water. By the way, this is what the area itself looks like. It's a big open beach. Something I didn't see before either was all those buildings all around it. I like this little part here though. See how clear it is? The water there, you could see right to the bottom. It's shallow, but nevertheless you can see. And the reason you can see it is because it's undisturbed largely. That would be a great little area for children to bathe and stuff. However, I don't even know if this water is worthy of being considered a place to bathe. I actually don't even see it being advertised as such. I see more emphasis on the beach facilities and possibly some light boating, but nothing that would be considered sea bathing. Now, when I was there, I did see one or two persons in the water, but you will notice the beach is largely empty. Right? That should be a hint. See that big dome on the Right there, I saw some boats or ships in the past there, and I was wondering about it. It seemed like a lot of construction or engineering or something is going on that may, I don't know, add to some of the pollutants in the water. I don't know. It's just strange how this whole area looks. It looks inviting on one hand, and then on the other hand, it almost looks like something of an apocalypse. And you're just trying to get to the seafront to leave land or something like that. I don't know how many of you have seen the movie The Road, but it reminds me of that. You're not sure if anything is even living. Now, while I was there, looking at the water, I don't know if you can pick it up on your screen, but there are some fishes that are skimping on the water. Maybe you can see it. You see, there it goes. They just fluttered there. That was interesting to look at. And that pair was in the water for quite a while, and my camera is zooming on them, but I don't know. Their color is very close to the water's color, and I don't know if you could see it. But you can see from where the waves are breaking that you could practically keep walking out there, and you could probably walk for a good distance, and the water may not even pass your knees. However, I don't know if I would want to walk in the water. I don't know. It just does not look right. I know some of you might say, oh, it's just, it's kicking up mud or dirt or whatever, but I don't know. The residue on the beach seems to be something more than that. A little later in this video, I'm actually going to take a little closer look at the sand. There is the typical sand that you would see, let's say, from a Maracas beach, a typical beach. But then it's mixed up with this kind of substance that is almost like what you would pack sandbags with to prevent flooding. Like a filler. See, look at that. That doesn't look right, right? What is that? It just has a kind of like oily appearance. Again, I don't know if that's coming from something going on underground or from the pitch lake. Actually, interestingly enough, while walking on the beach, I saw a lot of asphalt, bits of asphalt here and there. So maybe there is some connection, I don't know. But it was strange for me. And again, you don't see anybody on the beach. This used to be a top of the line beach. I remember the highlight of coming to the south to seabathe was Vessigny Beach. And this is what I'm talking about. See, it's kind of like a gravelly substance. And you can see how it changes. This is the typical sand, and then you have this. It's really weird. Those of you who are geologists, feel free to chime in on the comments area and give me a better explanation if you can. Look, that's a third difference in the layout. It's very strange. And what is strange too is you don't see any green. Like there's no seaweed, no grass trying to grow. There's a piece of pitch. Obviously come from somehow from the pitch lake. I don't know how. But a lot of that is on the ground right now. And look at the color of the sea. It's like a brown, and usually you would look out further and you would see a lighter color, but it's not. It's just brown, and then different shades of brown, and then different shades of gray almost. Now I wanted to go on the other end of the beach, but there were some people there, and no, they really weren't sea bathing. They were just liming on the beach. Most of the times, I see this beach advertised as a place to lime, hang out, have whatever family occasions or whatever. I rarely do you see anything about the actual ocean, and that's purposeful. So I guess that is why there is such an emphasis on the area on land being so well kept, because the people coming here would actually be using the area more like a place to gather, like a conference place, have you. Look at this tree, how they use the pitch to go around the tree. That's really strange. I don't know if that was purposeful or somebody was just idle or whatever. If you know why they did that, please let me know in the comments area. Now, if sometimes you see me point the camera to the ground and you're thinking, well, why doesn't he just show more of what's around? It's because sometimes there are people around, their children are around, and I don't want them to be in the camera. I like to respect people's privacy, and because of that, I usually will pan up, show the sky, or pan down and show the ground. I know that's unusual, but on JB's Man Cave videos, you will notice that I like to keep it raw. I don't like to be doing a set of editing, so you could see what I see, and therefore, without me having to cut anything, I just look the other way. Anyway, this is a nice little crossing. I would assume that at some point when it rains a lot, there must be a lot of water here in order to have this walk across, or maybe it's just cosmetics for maybe a bride and groom. This is the structure here is sort of like a bar. I'm not sure what the other structures are. I know one is the lifeguard headquarters, probably the others are for food or safety or whatever have you. And then straight ahead, those are the restrooms. Now, I use the restrooms, and I was surprised at how well maintained everything is. Again, as I said, as far as the grounds, the buildings, and everything is maintained very well, very very well. Fresh paint in some cases, clean, swept, tidy. The bathrooms are really good. However, the seawater, I mean, when you come to the beaches, find that all of this is really nice and whatnot. The entrance is good, but the seawater is the big problem. You can't bathe there, or at least I wouldn't. Maybe some other person would. Comment to me if you have been to Vessigny Beach now, and would you swim in that water? And if you are an older head, please tell me if you remember Vessigny as I described it, where you would see this clear area and the sand was clear and you could look down, the water was clear and you could actually see your feet in the water, and that you could walk out for a good length and the water hardly even touch your waist. If you remember those times, please tell me about it. Please let me know I'm not going mad. I can't believe that Vessigny has turned to what it is now. Anyway, I'm heading towards the road, the main road, and that is the entrance. Basically, I'm just showing you what the entrance is like, so that if you are driving on this road and you just pass the pitch lake, this would be on your right. So you'll be coming from there if you're coming from north. So that where I'm looking at, that would take you back to San Fernando. And that's what the front looks like. So because you can hardly see the ocean, you might just pass it, boom, but that is the entrance to Vessigny Beach. So tell me what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are about Vessigny Beach, what I showed you, what we talked about. I'd like to hear your comments. Please do like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed before, and most of all, share with your friends so that this channel can grow and we can share more together. There are videos every day on JB's Man Cave, so make sure to look out for it. And subscribing and hitting the notification bell allows you to know the instant that I have a new video. Thanks so much for watching.